Texting. We are live. Welcome back, America, to a wet and whistle Wednesday in a sweltering Water Wednesday. Good idea, Water Wednesday. In a sweltering, sweaty-ass sack. That is the redoubtable one, Thomas J. Izzo, the highly questionable RJ Miliaccio. Segment 1, men's and women's basketball, the Olympic style. The men led wire to wire today. It wasn't a 43-point win, but it was convincing. They never trailed. This is the team that they had to beat like with 8 seconds to go. South Sudan, who by the way is being funded by Luol Deng.
Yeah, Luol Deng's
which
team.
is pretty cool that he does that. Never got a dime in return, but he's done a hell of a job with them, making them pretty respectable pretty quick since the country's only 13 years old.
They got some legit athletes.
They really do. A lot of those guys did have a stint in the NBA at one point or another.
Did they?
Yeah, like probably 5 or 6 of them did.
Because, I mean, they mopped up Puerto Rico. And Puerto Rico has some NBA players.
Well, they got mopped up by Serbia today, too. Serbia beat them by 40.
Beat Puerto Rico?
By 40.
Well, they should.
But anyway, that's it here. The men win from start to finish. They lead, win 103-86. They put 6 guys in double figures in a balanced attack led by Bam Adebayo's 18 points. Derek White off the bench, 10 points. Jason Tatum did start, didn't take a lot of shots, was 2 for 4. Had 5 rebounds, a couple of assists. He had a block. But it was about balance, which of course that team, that's what it is. And everybody played but one guy today, so they got 11 in somehow. And that one was the guy we actually said, if you sat this guy on the last show, it wouldn't be fine. It was. Joel Embiid took the DNP today. Given how horrid he was in Game 1, he needed the day off.
Dude, look at the way he spread these minutes out.
Yeah. There's no way. That was 11 players, right?
There's no reason he can't do that every game.
There's no reason why he can't do it every game.
Let's go through it. Mm-hmm. Tatum, 17 minutes.
Yeah, out of 40.
LeBron James, 21.
Yep.
Anthony Davis, 19. Mm-hmm. Devin Booker, 22. Probably too high.
Yeah.
Steph Curry,
his brother.
Not his brother. Steph Curry, 21. Mm-hmm. Durant, 22. Mm-hmm. Adebayo, 21. Mm-hmm. Anthony Edwards, 17. Mm-hmm. Halliburton, 8. Derek White, 17. Drew Holiday, 15.
11 guys.
And they win by 20.
Yep.
Not that hard.
No, they have 12 starters. He can play. This is the thing. And where Steve Kerr, I can't believe I have to say this, but you've never said it, so I got to assume based on what I've watched, you don't know. Has it ever occurred to you, Steve, that maybe, just maybe, the rest of the world has to match up with you?
Maybe.
Because whatever lineup you throw out there is going to be the best lineup of the 2 lineups out there every fucking game, regardless of what it is. Yeah. Did it ever occur to you, Steve, that you, with a team of this firepower, can play whatever the fuck style you want, whenever the fuck you want, and they're the ones that have to adjust to you? Now, you don't adjust to Serbia with one guy we know who's a great player, but after that, no. Yeah. Just no. There wasn't an all-star on the roster after him. An NBA all-star. It's a mismatch.
I was watching a Boston show that the other night after we talked.
Yeah.
And they said the same thing.
Yeah.
They match up with you, dude.
They match up with you. What are you doing? This isn't. How do you look into the camera and say, well, it's about matchups? No, it isn't. It's about how do we want to win this game. That's all it's about. Because if you're doing you want to do something tricky, Steve, you want to do some coaching here? Try and figure out how they're trying to play you. Just go with different lineups and see what they do to adjust to it. Try and figure out what they're going to try to do or the limits of what they can do.
Or don't give a fuck.
Yeah, just throw it out there, see if they can adjust to it, and if they can, guess what? You can adjust to whatever the fuck they do.
Oh, they went big on us. Okay, well,
shit, what do I do about that? Oh, damn, that's right. I got 4 Hall of Fame big men. Oh, shit, I'll have to figure this out. I have to divvy up the minutes.
Everybody scored.
Yeah.
Lowest score, can you guess?
I don't know. Tatum? No.
Not Tatum with 4.
Who?
Steph Curry with 3.
So, yeah.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
Steph Curry was 0 for 6 from 3.
It didn't fucking matter. I'm serious. The first game, LeBron had 6 turnovers. It didn't fucking matter.
We still shot 43% from the 3-point line.
Which is great as a team because he's not the only guy. This is what I'm talking about.
And South Sudan shot 37.9 from the 3.
And it didn't fucking matter.
Good for them. 11 for 29. That's a pretty good percentage.
Yeah, they shot way better from the three than Serbia did. It didn't fucking matter.
They were 11 of 12 from the free throw line.
Yeah.
And it didn't matter.
Every
time I say something, say that.
Yeah.
They had 40 total rebounds.
Didn't matter.
Not at all.
No.
They out-rebounded us by 4.
Didn't matter.
Now here's where we got them. Team basketball. We had 29 assists to their 17.
And you know why you have
Moving
29?
the ball.
You know why you have 29 assists, Coach Kerr?
Because
everybody you pass to can score.
Everybody's
no matter where they are.
Scorer.
Doesn't matter what they do. Doesn't matter who's guarding them. Doesn't fucking matter.
Everybody could drop 22 in the blink of an eye.
Any one of these guys could have dropped 40 on their own tonight if they gave them enough chances. Okay, this again doesn't matter.
We had 15 turnovers.
29 assists, 15 turnovers. Didn't matter.
And didn't matter.
Didn't matter. Doesn't fucking matter.
None of it matters.
So this is the thing I've been saying all along. This is why that bullshit was what it was. Bullshit. Okay? He could have played Embiid today. Maybe I think Embiid's still hurt, quite honestly. But, I mean, the thing is...
Based on how he played, something's
wrong. So, but again, when you have a team like this, it doesn't fucking matter. So,
that's why it doesn't matter that Jaylen Brown's not on the team.
Nope.
It doesn't matter.
Doesn't fucking matter.
Yeah, you could mix and match.
There's so many different. There are so you could literally. I could get the next 12 players after these 12 and go win the gold medal.
Who is the team that could kind of like surprise? Maybe not surprise them, but could beat them. Can anybody?
If they play their B- game,
they beat everybody.
They beat everybody.
Even Canada.
Yep. If they play their B- game, they'll beat everybody.
What about France?
Yep. France doesn't have the guards.
They got that size.
They have a couple of bigs, but that doesn't matter because if those guys have to go out and guard those wings, they're fucked, and they're going to have to go out and guard those wings. So it doesn't. Like I said, they have an answer for everything the world can throw at them.
Like you said, they have the mismatch.
They have the
other
mismatch.
teams have to.
They have to adjust to them. It doesn't matter what they do. You can defend it. It doesn't fucking matter. You've got the guards. You've got the wings. It doesn't fucking matter what your opponent tries to do.
It'll be interesting.
You can stop it.
It'll be interesting to see if somebody gives them a good push here.
It'll only be because they took their foot off the gas.
No, it'll be self-inflicted.
It'll be self-inflicted. That's the only way it happens.
But I kind of want to see I don't want to see them lose, but I want to see some good games. You know?
Maybe if it's France. Although I saw France.
Imagine like Wemby dropping 60.
I saw France escape Japan, who's not.
Yeah, in overtime, right?
Yeah, they escaped Japan. I'm like, is that really the biggest threat to the Americans?
In Japan, didn't they just get beat by somebody?
Japan stinks, Tom. I don't know who's worse, Japan or Puerto Rico. If I'm being honest.
Who did Japan get beat by? Was it Puerto Rico?
No, Puerto Rico doesn't have a win. Puerto Rico's about to be 0-3 and go home because America's going to wipe their ass on Saturday.
What team was Japan playing when they threw the pass between the legs? They were getting blasted, I think.
They were.
You remember that? I sent you all the video.
I forget who it was. I want to say it was Canada, maybe? No. Probably not Canada. No, it wasn't Canada. France? No, it wasn't France. It was France. No.
No. Who the fuck? Was it Puerto Rico?
I don't know. We can look it up. We're just too fucking. We're just too fucking stoned. Why don't you look it up?
Hold on,
we're sitting here pondering. I don't know. You got a tablet right behind you, your donkey. You just hit one button and there's the screen.
I don't know.
Oh, respond to that for a minute.
What did I send that to? Did I send that to IDD?
Yeah, you did.
Well, there's only 100 other videos I gotta search through.
Once he gets through all the porn, he gets back.
We don't send porn to each other.
I'm joking. Oh. It was a joke. He doesn't send porn. I mean, every now and then there's a chive.
But that's not from me. I don't.
No, that's Brian. That's Brian. Whenever it's not often, but every now and then. But that's not porn either. So it's like, yeah.
For some reason.
Now, if Brian's brother was on that thread, yeah, there'd be some filthy fucking anal.
Is he a filth mouth?
He's a filth monster.
What, does he send you porn?
No, but he's that type of guy. He would do it. He would do it.
He would do it.
Mm-hmm. He would.
He would jump off the cliff and do it.
Yep.
All right, dear God. Okay, here it is. I forgot I had the fucking video.
And so anyway.
Shit, what team is that?
What do they look like? That, who the fuck is that?
Dutchland? Oh, Germany.
Germany.
The
Germans.
So the Germans beat the Japanese.
Yeah, the Germans beat the Japs.
Don't say Japs.
Oh, God. It wasn't, it just can't, oh, good God.
No, it just reminds me of my grandfather.
Oh, good God. I don't say things with the intent of reminding you of your grandfather. If I did, you'd have a right to be pissed.
I didn't say that
but
was
I
your
don't
intent, and I'm not a pissed at you.
So, but I'm gonna say if it comes out to tell me to say like you're like my fucking father, I'll say what I want to say.
Right. But
Don't say that.
I just
No dessert for you.
Look, I'm allowed to say that.
I'm allowed to go piss up a rope.
Right.
Fucking
I
anyway.
didn't say you couldn't.
You said
Calm
don't
down.
say that.
I was like, don't call them Japs.
Don't say those
I mean,
things.
it's like an old, ugly term, I feel like.
I don't know how many Japanese fans we have, but if
Oh,
any
it's
of
not
you
about
is
that.
offended, I will apologize. I mean, the whole city of Tokyo is hanging on every word.
Yeah, I'm sure they give a flying
Yeah.
fuck.
And they got the Japanese subtitles on these so they can understand us.
This is a conversation between me and you. It's not about anybody else.
I know. Well, about the Japanese, apparently. But anyway, look.
I'm talking to you, not our fucking
the
listeners.
The fact is, the United States shouldn't lose a single game in this tournament. And even the teams that might, and again, we don't know who the fuck that is.
I know.
So I don't know who it is.
Is Argentina
I
good?
can't.
Like, I don't even really know who's in.
I don't know.
Be interesting to see Canada. I would like to see Canada. Because
Canada is probably the one that has enough talent to push them.
they've got the NBA players.
Yeah, they've got several.
They've got a fire
They've
starter,
got-
Dylan Brooks,
They've got Murray. Jamal Murray. Denver.
RJ Barrett.
Yep.
And they've got, you know Dylan Brooks, that guy that everybody hates?
Yeah.
Hey, imagine him getting under somebody's skin, and then the U.S. just fucking destroys
See, the
him.
thing is, that's the problem.
That'd
He
be
will
great.
try to do that, and they'll piss off the wrong guy who's hot that night, and they'll
Like,
kill him.
oh, are you talking shit to him? Oh, well, don't worry. We have another Hall of Famer.
I don't want to. Wait. Just every guy on the roster can score 30, like on a bad day. So even Derek White, who had a 38-point playoff game, and he was the
Yeah.
fifth option on that fucking team. So I mean, that's fucking ridiculous. So yeah, this is how good they are. So if they just come to play and don't take anybody lightly, they'll be fine. They'll cruise. So, which is why the NBA champion is the world fucking champion.
Yeah,
It's
totally.
that fucking simple. Okay?
Who was that? Noah Styles that said that? Is that his name?
Joel said that.
No, it wasn't Joel. It was an Olympian.
Joel agreed with it.
I understand, but
Yeah.
it was the Olympian that said it. He's
The
he's
coach
one,
of that European
No,
champion
he's one of the
team.
runners. His name's Noah Styles, I think.
Oh, I thought there was a coach. That coach came out from that team that won the European championship trying to say, "We'll take your title." Everybody's laughing at him, going, "Are you crazy?" They'll wipe their ass with you.
The European Championship in what?
In basketball, they have a European championship. They do.
Oh, and
This
he's
guy-
trying to compare that to an NBA
to an
championship?
NBA championship. You aren't the world champions. We'll beat you.
They should do that as an exhibition.
You're a fucking.
They should do that as.
Oh my God!
Dude,
that
they
team,
should play an All-Star game.
That team wouldn't qualify for the NBA playoffs. You understand this, right? It wouldn't qualify for the NBA
They should do an
playoffs.
All-Star game.
Forget the Celtics. They couldn't beat the eighth
Imagine
seed.
if they did an All-Star game. Our All-Stars played theirs. We just go over there and pop, pop,
You mean what we're doing right now? Yeah. Fucking like, that's what we're doing. Like, fucking ridiculous. It's so dumb, Joel. And I know you didn't start it, but you didn't disagree with it either.
Yeah, but European Cup would be different because these are teams that are built, right? These aren't just based on where you're from.
I
Right?
don't know if they beat the Yukon Huskies. I don't know that.
Really?
Yeah, the Huskies are
That's a
legit,
big
too.
statement.
Well, how many pros were on the Huskies?
Well, now.
No, but they were.
Not as
They
many.
had. They, no, but then remember they repeated. They had two kids get drafted last year.
Yeah.
There's probably 5.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I'm just saying that they're not beating the 8th seed in the NBA playoffs. Fuck, never mind the Celtics. That's laughable. That's laughable. So, and if we push the right button in terms of motivating, they won't just beat you. They'll beat you by 60. Like they'll slap you so silly it won't be funny.
I'd like to see them beat Canada, just real bad.
Well, that's the game I think that you'll get as a game. Because they've got guys that those guys know and respect. They've won championships with them. Canada has enough talent to push them. Beat them, no, but push them. They shouldn't beat them. If they beat them, it's a colossal choke by the U.S. It means everybody. It means everybody on the roster choked.
Colossal choke.
It's a colossal choke if they lose to Canada.
It's a gag job of epic proportions.
5 players would have had to go on injured reserve. 5. Okay.
Even if that happens.
And again, it depends on which 5.
They still have 7.
Yeah, it's still not.
Still
It's still not a game.
They still have 7
They shouldn't
beasts.
fucking lose to Canada.
Could you imagine that?
Made my
like 5 people are on injured reserve, and they're like,
I don't know. I think
we're going to be okay.
Because you said it better than I tried to say it. And you jumped in at the end of this. You didn't even like.
Sorry.
No, don't be. It's impressive. I'm just flustered. I'm like, damn it. That's the infect I wanted to have, and he just had it. If I wasn't so stoned, I wouldn't be enjoying it. But the point is, that's what I was trying to say, and he said it in like 4 syllables. So.
Well, no, you said it. Even if they had 5 people in injured reserve. Was that a toot, or was that a movement of the...
That was this.
Oh.
The thing is, this is not... You said toot? Men don't
I don't know that I've ever said
Men
the word.
don't toot.
I don't know that I've ever said the word toot.
Men bust ass.
Oh, God. Men shit their pants. Men absolutely obliterate their pantaloons.
Men have a mushroom cloud explosion from their anus.
It's the worst change ever. Men don't toot.
No.
They bust ass. they blow shit in their pants.
Something crawls up their ass and dies.
None of these dainty toots. We shit our whole pants.
The worst thing you could say to a man in terms of insulting him is if they do like one of those little squeaky mouse farts, you go, would you queef? That would drive them insane. Going, what? No, I didn't. I busted ass.
Absolutely drive you insane.
He's like, you've heard of Hiroshima? Take it, inhale. The fuck did we get on this? This is terrible. Anyway, so that's the case of the men's basketball team. Now switching to the women. Question for you. You heard this now. They play tomorrow. They won by 26 because they're going to win. They're loaded, like the men are. But the attendance at their game was half of the attendance the very game before them.
Was it China, Spain, or somebody? Who was it?
I don't know, but the attendance
27 to 13.
It went from 27,000 to 13,000 in one game on the same court that were just maybe an hour apart.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't realize that.
Yeah. Think about that. Over half the fucking arena left. And these are the best women's basketball players in the world. And I don't feel bad for them at all because they did this to themselves.
The committee fucked up.
The committee fucked up. Even Dawn Staley came out and all but admitted it.
Yeah.
So
she didn't.
She didn't say it, but she said it.
She did it in a way not to shit on everybody that did it. You know, right?
Yeah. She kind of said, "Well, if we had to do it again,"
and she said because she's playing
very strong.
But then she went on to say she's
Very
playing
strong.
head and shoulders above a lot of other players.
Yeah.
Basically saying
she's
better than the guards we have on our team.
There are 2 players in that league in the top 20 in 6 categories. I know, but this is the thing. She's not lying.
I know.
Asia Wilson, who everybody agrees is the best basketball player in the world right now, female. And then there's Caitlin Clark. It's those 2. So when she says that, she's not making it up.
I know.
And unlike Asia Wilson, Asia Wilson has a team of studs around her. She's got a team that was 3rd worst in the league last year, record-wise.
Dude, and then Cheryl Swoops.
Yeah.
What a joke. All right. She's going to say if Caitlin Clark wasn't on the Fever, they would make the playoffs. They're fighting for their playoff lives.
They're in the playoffs
with her.
Yeah, they're in the playoffs right now if the season ended. But last year they were not.
Right, but without her,
they
wouldn't be in the 7 or 8.
They'd be right back where they were last year.
Last in the league.
They'd be last right where they were last year. No different, or maybe worse. They wouldn't be better.
Yeah,
no.
It's just like, to me, we don't need to keep having this debate. We know Caitlin is better.
Yeah.
Let's just enjoy them both.
I'm just saying, I love the fact that the women's team is paying for this right in front of our eyes.
It's silly. They don't have to.
They didn't have to do this. And the thing is, you want to market your league, and there's your meal ticket, and you push it. No. How you can't see the road right in front of your face?
To me, I don't understand because the NBA is very good at growing their game.
David Stern was a genius.
Well, even now.
Yeah,
I mean,
but Silver would learn from Stern. Yeah, he knows what to do. I mean,
that's why I can't understand how they're making these gaffes. Because, I was talking to Casey and Maddie about it. Because Maddie is real big into the NBA. Or WNBA, sorry.
Yeah. Which I think is awesome, by the way.
And it started because of Caitlin Clark, but she's kind of one of those, she's like, oh, I like the other people better, kind of, we call her a Caitlin hater in our household, but she actually likes Caitlin.
She's a Caitlin. But she's the only one in the household who she's not her favorite player.
Right.
That does not sit well at the Izzo table.
Right. But it's
Nor should it, I might add.
Because you sometimes, I feel like, call me a Caitlin hater sometimes, too, because I'm not as extreme, but, right?
No, I think you love Caitlin.
Okay. I feel like we've gone back and forth.
I argue you love her more than I do.
Oh, that's
because Paige Beckers is my favorite player, but I love Caitlin Clark.
Yeah, I like Caitlin.
And I've gained a level of admiration because of what she's gone through this year and how she's handled it.
Yeah.
How does it? This is no rookie.
But we were talking, and we were talking about the Olympics, and I was saying what Dawn Staley said, and I was like, they could have had so many eyes on this right now. And Maddie was like, yeah, but when they pick the team, they're not really thinking about that. And I'm like, well, they need to be.
They need to be.
Because
they owe the NBA their life. The NBA,
they're at a spot where they need to finally come up.
This is the chance.
Right.
The NBA carried them for 27 years. Talk about good faith. And waiting for this moment. And if you're the NBA right now, you look at them going, are you fucking kidding me? We've been flipping the bill for you every fucking year for almost 3 decades.
And you're not taking advantage of it?
And finally, this meal ticket comes along. And because of what? Again? If I'm the NBA, I'm bullshit with them.
Yeah, I don't get it.
I don't get it.
Yeah, because when you think about what Olympic eyeballs are
the
like,
whole
it's completely
fucking
different.
world,
the whole world, right?
Watches the Olympics.
Yeah,
it's the one sporting event the whole fucking world watches.
And one way to grow your game at home is to grow it around the world.
Yes.
Because as it picks up traction around the world, it gets even better at home.
Oh, I'm beating a drum. Keep going.
What?
Keep going.
With what?
Preach. Keep going.
No, that's all I have. It's true. One way to grow your game
at
home is to grow it on the road. Grow it out in the world.
No flies on him.
I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
You never saw you never saw Two Can Play at That Game. It was it was like a rom-com, and it was about men trying to gain the upper hand on women and vice versa. Vivica Fox is in it, and Morris Chestnut is in it, and there's a lot of smoke shows in it. Trust me. And Gabrielle, what's her name? Dwayne Wade's wife.
Gabrielle Union.
In her prime, yeah.
In her prime, she's still gorgeous.
Yeah, but this isn't her prime. She's still gorgeous, but when you see this, you're like, yep, that's her prime.
How old is she now?
I don't know, but she still looks great.
Still looks young.
But when you see this, you got to go and watch this. Two Can Play at That Game. You will thank. You will thank. And there's a scene in there when the guy's going off and he starts going, testify. He's talking about they get confused. Like he's trying to explain how to get there. He goes, don't hurt him. Then he grabs his freaking drum. I'm gonna be the drum. That was Tom a minute ago. He was rolling.
Apparently.
He was rolling. Just didn't. When you see this scene.
Did I lie?
When you see that scene though, you're gonna get a real chuckle going, oh my God, that's what he was trying to do.
You're gonna get a real chuckle.
You will, right in that moment, you're gonna picture this moment and go, that's what he was trying to do. And it is funny. And it's true. So the women, I honestly hope it gets worse. Because when you're this fucking stupid, you don't deserve mercy. And people that want you to succeed were telling you to do this. People that have been successful in things they do were telling you to do this. Like the kind of people you normally don't question when they give you advice. You know why? Because they're a walking fucking billboard of success themselves. And they're telling you how they did it. And here's your chance to do it too. Fucking crazy. No, Tom. We got to put a team together that'll win.
That's right.
By the way, they did it twice in the All-Star game. They put 2 teams together that could win. One of them had Caitlin Clark.
It's not quite as bad, but
what?
No, it's a much bigger gaffe, but
What?
I don't know. Steve Kerr's gaffe of not playing Jason Tatum
Is just as bad.
It's
bad.
It's not as bad.
It's bad.
It's bad though.
He's the only American on the entire roster who was All NBA first team this year, and he didn't start.
He didn't play.
He didn't start. Let me say that again. He was the only American player who made All NBA first team. The other four were all foreigners.
And hasn't he made the All NBA first team for the
three
past 3
years in a row, and now he's the best player on the world champion, and he didn't fucking start? What? When Steve Kerr says I feel like an idiot, you're insulting idiots. What you are, they don't have a term for. Okay? It's an insult. Shit, you make Donald Trump look smart right now. That's fucking ridiculous. That's beyond ridiculous. That man's resume alone, if you put any name you want on it, you're starting that fucking kid. It's ridiculous. It's just fucking ridiculous. And the more I think about it, the madder I get, because it's almost, I swear, he's either stupid or he did it on purpose. It's one or the other. It's one or the other. And none of the reasons he gave hold water. They would never hold up in the court of public opinion or in the court, any court. Any fucking court, that gets thrown out. Like
he's a liar.
That's your defense. Get the fuck out of my face. You're insulting me.
Either you absolutely shit your pants like Gaga Guga. Guga, no.
Donald Trump
Sorry,
dumb.
Guga Gaga.
Donald Trump dumb.
Yeah, you were Donald
dumb.
dumb.
Donald, dumb Donald, yeah. Or you had an agenda. You did it on purpose.
Or you had an agenda.
Your
agenda.
It's one or the other, Tom, because there's no other fucking reason.
Either you're Donald Trump going to the National Association for Black Journalists
and
dumb. Either you're that dumb. Oh man, that was a dumb decision.
Oh my God, you know what I'm gonna do?
His whole world just came toppling down.
Now that I'm stoned, I want to go back and watch the replay of that interview. Man. So I can laugh I thought it was funny when I wasn't stoned.
Yeah.
I want to go back and watch it now. I'd be crying.
You're right.
God, this is real.
So the only part that makes it slightly sad is if he wins. If he wins, then the joke becomes a nightmare. You know?
He's not winning. He's burying himself.
It looks bad.
He's burying himself. This is worse than Biden. He's burying himself. Do you understand that someone tried to kill this man 2 weeks ago? And in 2 weeks, he had that going for him.
And then he killed himself.
And he's killing himself.
He actually finished the job.
He finishes the job.
He finished the
Where
job.
that kid missed, he's not gonna.
I mean, in any other universe, this catapults him to
This
success.
catapults any other candidate to the throne. Not this idiot.
He goes, what?
What?
I've got the biggest layup in the history of all? I'll take a 3 from half court.
This goes back to his first year in office. It happened in Charlottesville. KKK kills a girl. He doesn't denounce them and says there's good and bad on both sides.
There's good people on
both sides. That was the single dumbest thing I've ever heard a president say in my life.
Douchebag.
Just the single dumbest fucking thing I've ever heard any president say in my lifetime.
Yeah, but then he topped it.
He topped it.
Then he tops.
Then he won. He says, no. Hold my beer. I'm not done. Okay? If idiocy was a sport, Donald Trump is a walking dynasty. He's a fucking dynasty. He really is.
He is a Brady Belichick.
That's where he is.
I mean,
he's the Tom Brady of idiocy. He's the fucking Michael Jordan of stupidity. He's the Muhammad Ali. Okay.
He's the Barry Bonds.
He's the Barry Bonds of brainlessness.
He's the Hank Aaron.
That's the table he sits at.
He is the Albert Pujols
God.
of Damascus.
Oh my God. He really is. It's just, I swear to God, I came home from work and I was watching this and I was almost in tears laughing. I'm like, this can't really be. He can't be this fucking dumb. And you know what? What I don't get, and this is where I really give these 3 women credit. These 3 African-American women who he went right after, all 3 of them. They knew it was going to happen.
They didn't back down.
Not only did they not back down, but how did they compose themselves? How at one point did they not just burst out laughing at him? Like, you know when you see that village idiot?
Well, there was a couple times the crowd laughed.
Yeah, but you know, these ladies, you know, if you come into a bar and like this guy you're out of his league. and he somehow walks up to you and then tries to act smooth, and you laugh so hard at him, you're like, are you serious? There's no universe I'd go out with you in. No matter what you say.
That is not what happened on that stage.
It kind of is.
No. He was not hitting on them.
No. That's what I'm saying. They were laughing. They should have been laughing at him as if he was.
I think there was a part of them that was doing all they could not to get pissed, because he is a stubborn, just lying asshole.
No, but you're laughing going, you're such an idiot. I can't believe anybody in this country believes a word that you say.
I like when he was like,
they should have been laughing at him.
Define DEI.
And then she defines.
And she goes, diversity, equity, and inclusion. And he goes, what's the definition? She was like, those are literally the words.
No, see, here's where you got to. This is the one thing women don't do as well as men. They don't talk trash as well as men. If she was a man, he'd have been like, when he says define that, she would have gone D and said the word, and then E and said the word, and then I and said the word and stared at him. Just to say, go ahead, ask that stupid question again. And then, because then a man will go, if he does, they'll just look into the camera and go, do I have to say anything else, America?
She's a reporter. She's not an actress.
This is your candidate right here. This dumb as a fucking, dumb as the day is long.
She's the
Hank Aaron of idiocy.
She's literally hosting.
The Muhammad Ali of brainlessness.
Yeah, she's hosting this man at a summit.
Yeah, but how do you at some point
she couldn't do that. She had to keep.
Wouldn't that
her
have been
professionalism?
Great, though? Can you imagine if she did?
Dude.
The whole world would have saw that.
Dude,
and
of
look at what this reporter did.
But she's not in the position to do that. What she wants to do is
right now,
ask the question, let him sink himself. If the minute she turns into an asshole like him, that's when people go, the left is so accusatory. The left, like after he got shot,
he gave
the
her,
rhetoric from the left is so violent.
She gave him the definition of the word twice.
No.
And he kept asking for it. She spelled it out for him.
Like, dude, he was absolutely just
what a donkey.
Obliterated.
Donald the donkey. The definition of donkey. Steve Kerr and him. Yeah. I mean, unfucking real.
Dude, the worst part was when
unfucking real.
As he realized how I mean, it went downhill immediately. But there was a point where I think he could tell he was losing. He was like, they're kicking my ass. He said, well, it's kind of hard to hear you. I'm getting one word. I'm getting this word. Maybe it's because, this woman couldn't get the right equipment. I can't really hear you. I'll try to answer. I'll do my best. And it's like, okay, so now you're going to act like you can't hear a woman that's 20 feet away from you speaking into a microphone. Wow.
That dude. Talk about shifting gears, Tommy. He had all of America fooled.
Dude, you know the guy when you play basketball or something?
Yeah.
Or you play in a game, and after you beat them, they're like, yeah, something's been going on with my hamstring for a while now. Yeah. I just haven't been able to get, know what I'm talking about?
Never heard a peep during the game.
Right, exactly. Never heard of people leading up.
Never saw you grab your leg.
Nothing.
No limping.
But as I'm winning 9-2, about to put this thing away. Yeah, my ankle has not been right since. Remember the last time we played?
Yeah,
remember that? Yeah.
That was the right ankle. Why are you pointing your left ankle?
Well, no, it's actually both now. Slept on it wrong.
I know what it is.
I hate that.
I know what it is, sir. You suffer from a case of full of shitness.
Yes.
Yes, very common amongst losers.
Or you stomp somebody and they're like, man, it's been a while since
very common amongst losing folk.
Stomp somebody and they're like, I haven't played in a few months. Jeez.
Very common among those who routinely get bug blasted in the court of sports.
That was Donald Trump tonight.
Yep, that was Donald Trump tonight. And then he tried to
I'm losing every other.
And then he tried to turn it into like something. It's like, wow. You're almost sad. You're almost sad. I'm still laughing at you, but you're almost.
And then he said to them that immigrants are taking black jobs.
Oh, this was great.
And then
I'm saying I don't even know which one was the best one.
So after he says that, she says, "Mr. President,
which one was the best one?
What's a black job?" And he was like, "It's a job. It's anybody that has a job.
It is a job.
Anybody that has a job is a black job."
You're like, is this on a script?
Yeah.
Like, is this what?
No, it can't be.
It can't be.
What's going on?
You feel like I don't know. You feel like the writers of SNL wrote it.
It's an SNL skit.
It's an SNL skit, but it's real.
It's just like the convention.
It's real though,
dude. The convention with Hulk Hogan. Oh, look at this spider. The convention with Hulk Hogan and all these motherfuckers.
Kid Koch.
Like, That was an absolute SNL skit.
That was terrible.
That was an SNL skit.
Like, how do you?
You could see a fake Hulk Hogan on SNL
Like,
coming
how
out.
do you even take that party seriously when you roll out him and Kid Cock? How do you as a voter, if you're in the middle and decide, how do you look at that and look at
soccer with a gum?
Guys,
we're punching a gum.
Why?
Because
It might be best if you just don't ask.
We're trying to do a show here. Can you not do this? They're kicking a yogurt container, empty one, thank God, around my front yard. Why? Who the,
At 10:18.
who the fuck knows why? Anyway, we're going to take a break. Come back, segment 2. We're going to talk NFL training camps. We haven't talked about them.
Hasn't been a lot of news.
No, there's a reason. And trust me, you're going to want to come back for it. See you on the other side.